$2,400 if you're on SSI, SSDI, Social Security, and railroad benefits. Then, the president under pressure to send out stimulus checks, as now $1.6 trillion of found money has been located just this weekend, and it's growing to $2 trillion next week. It could be a $5,000 stimulus check and more, extension of FPUC, extension of PUA, and extension of UI. Breaking this weekend. Meantime, more viewers continue to get big grants. This is free money. This is stimulus. This is rent, utilities, stimulus checks. $15,000 some of them are getting. 1 year's of free rent. How are they getting it? How you can get it as well. This is money you need. Then escalated benefits. Then EIDL. I'm getting viewers a lot of money. Meantime, breaking news. Negotiations continue for your second stimulus this coming Monday. What will they be discussing? And how is this $1.6 trillion changing everything? This is breaking developments for Sunday afternoons at LALATE. Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's Sunday's afternoon. I hope you're good and safe. I'm here, you're here, and Sirloin says hello. He wants some of that grant money, but I said there's nothing for the Cowcito. He was trying to drive his Cadillac to the local city hall, but he took the wrong highway. He took her way of the highway. So now he's trying to go back and figure it out. So, in this video, I have really great stuff for you, but if you've not subscribed, please do, because boy, I am getting people a lot of money for money right now. This is CARES Act 1 money. This is stimulus money. This is free money. This is money if you're on SSI, SSDI, Social Security benefits. This is not $100 or Nancy Pelosi's $500 stimulus check thing. This is thousands of dollars. And you could be the next person. If you subscribe to this channel, you'll get alerts when a new grant is announced. I'll be explaining it in this video, and I'll explain to you how you can get this money right now, not 5 days from now, not 5 weeks from now, not 5 months from now. I've gotten $250,000 for viewers so far, and we continue to grow as more people help, and I encourage you to help other viewers on this channel as well. That's the spirit of this channel. So please subscribe. Also, like this video. It really helps in the rankings. In this video, I'll be going over why you should focus on this grant money right now and not so much stimulus checks, which would be coming right after. This is money right now. Viewers are getting this money right now, or their landlords are getting the money right now, or the utilities company is getting the money right now, so that their bills are paid up for a very long time. This is what you want. You want your bills paid. So this is the breaking details of Sunday afternoon, and I'll explain to you what you can be doing on Monday morning about this as well. Then I'll be turning to Congress. What is Congress doing tomorrow, and how are they still negotiating if they are on recess? I'll explain the confusion about that as well. Then I'll be also going over the 3 ways to get money right now, not only grants, but EIDL, and also escalated benefits. Viewers are getting $10,000 because of this channel per person. Next, I'll be turning to SSI, SSDI, and Social Security and railroad benefits. That $2,400, $200 a month, and 2 other escalated benefits on top of that for my viewers for SSI and SSDI. Boy, it's a lot of stuff. Let's see if we can get it all covered. And this is the breaking news. The breaking news as we sit here today is that there's 3 ways this channel is now getting people money right now. At this point, I think you understand what I'm doing, and I think you understand why this is so important. So let me go more into the nuance of how you do it, because that is really the most important thing. If you're not up to date on what I'm doing, watch some of the earlier videos or watch Mornings LA, which I'll drop in the link above. Let me explain how you can do this even better. First, let's go with grant money. This is generally money that was dedicated to your cities, counties, and state housing authorities for rent, utilities, or stimulus. And it's being dispersed to you by your city, your county, and your state housing authority as rent, utilities, or stimulus. In rare occurrences, it's hazard pay, or it is additionally business grants. How do you get it? First, you want to call 211. Second, you want to call your city hall. Third, you want to call your county hall. For example, LA County, not LA City. Next, you want to reach out to your state housing authority. Then, after that, that's what you do on Monday. What you do on Sunday today is you go online and pull up your city's official website, your county's official website, your state housing authority's official website. Let me give you an example. I had one viewer send me a private message, said, I can't find grants in Miami-Dade. Well, clearly the person had not listened through the entire video, because I've been saying for 2 days, go on your county's official website. If you go on Miami-Dade in Florida's official website, they list their rent grant program right on their website. You don't even need to pick up the phone. It's literally on there. Same thing for Broward County. Same thing for West Palm Beach in Florida. Same thing for other counties across the country. They list it on their website. Next, utility companies. Utility companies list it on their website. So go on your utility, gas, water, electric, go on your utilities website to see the grant. Next, also pick up the phone and call the utility company and ask them for it as well. Then, where else? In some circumstances, there are exceptions. There are private, either churches, community source associations, or similar private or religious organizations that are doing rent grants, and I have dropped them in the community page of this channel. What is the community page of this channel? If you go to this channel at youtube.com/LALATE, you'll see 3 tabs at the top. It'll start with videos, favorites, and the next word is community. Every time I roll out a new video, I repost the links. I repost call 211, call your city, call your county, and then I repost those cities. For example, in Houston, there's one organization that's paying rents. That's a private organization. I list that in there. I also list the 4 volunteers. We now have 4 volunteers. We may have more. I haven't been able to go through all the private messages. These are volunteers that are helping you find stuff. But ultimately, I want you to start by looking yourself. And then if you need the volunteers to help you, then they'll help you as well. They're on Twitter and they're on Instagram, and they are in the community page. Next, how else can you do this? What's important to understand is that the money is being held by the people who would likely have it. I mean, that's what's sort of obvious about it. So anything that governs the housing and rent issues of your city, they will likely have it. So if your city, for example, is done by the rent board or the rent community association of your city, they're the ones that might have it. Some cities are structured a little bit differently. That's what you need to focus on. Next, you need to ensure that you do this right away. This money's expiring in mid-December, so we're not going to be doing this in a couple of weeks. It's going to be gone. Additionally, I need you to understand what the words are for what we're looking for. You need to dumb it down, make it very simple. You need to use these words. I'm looking for rent assistance. I'm looking for rent help. Because of the pandemic, I'm having problems paying my bills because of rent, because of the pandemic. I want to see if you have any rent assistance. The reason why I'm using those words, assistance and help, is because 1, some people don't understand the word grant. 2, the word grant confuses a lot of people and is too intellectual for some people on call centers. If you use very simple words like help, assistance, paying a bill, can't pay my bill, do you have any programs that pays my bills because I'm having problems paying my bills? Make it very simple. Don't use technical words like grant if the person doesn't understand what they're referring to. Also, don't use reference points or restrict it. So don't say, do you have rental assistance for people who are on Social Security, rental assistance for people on disability? Don't restrict the conversation. Keep this conversation open and broad, because they don't have separate things for every single group. Make it very simple and broad, and that person will continue you forward. Next, how much money are they giving you? They're giving you about 6 to 12 months in rent, and utilities are giving you several months, and sometimes they're giving you stimulus checks on top of that. Additionally, someone asked me, are they paying the rent to the landlord, or do I have to do something? Sometimes they're paying the money right to the landlord, and so you don't have to do anything. Sometimes you're communicating with the utilities company, and they're taking care of it on your bill. Also, look at your paper bill. It sometimes lists these things on the paper statement of your paper bill. It'll list it sometimes on the last few pages of the utilities bill. We have assistance programs, all really important. So please subscribe. Please go to the community page if you need additional assistance. And as a personal note, I'm going to put it in the middle of this video rather than the end of this video. As a personal note, between two Facebook accounts, between two Twitter accounts, between one Twitter, well, there's 10 Twitter accounts, but between one main Twitter account, two Instagram accounts, Facebook, email, and this website, there's close to maybe, I would see 10,000 comments being sent just to me per day. If I don't see your comment and I don't respond to it, please understand I cannot be anyone for everyone. I try my best, and boy, I'm really trying to respond to each of them. So if I don't respond to them, please don't take it personal. I also go live every night at 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Purple Power Live. Next, let me go to escalated benefits. This is a big one. And what I want you to understand for escalated benefits, if you are getting a grant, you can do escalated benefits as well. So escalated benefits is if you're on unemployment. If you're on PUA, I would say about 80% of my viewers are on some type of unemployment or have been on some type of employment. I say have because you can get this even if you were on unemployment and still are back employed. It would apply to the period in which you were unemployed. Very simple. So what are you doing? You're basically raising your benefits. And most states, 9 out of 10, start you at the lowest level of benefits by their computer system. One viewer today said, I made 30-something thousand last year, but they indicated to me I'm already at escalated benefits. Let me just say it this way. If you're getting $300, $400, $500 a week already and you're watching this video, I probably can't help you because you're already at the maximum benefits. I'm talking about people who are making anything less than that. You may qualify for escalated benefits. So what does this mean? Every state starts you at base level benefits. And until you show them their 2019 earnings, they don't know if you qualify for more. How does this work? You put your 2019 tax return. You get a copy of it. You scan it. You get ready to send it off either by email, by electronic message in their state website, or by fax, or by mail. And on top of it, you attach a letter and says, Dear Unemployment Department of my state, I'm currently getting paid this much per week. Here's my 2019 tax return. In my 2019 tax return, I made this amount of money last year. I'm currently getting paid by your unemployment department this amount of money per week. Please see if I qualify for extra or additional or more weekly benefits. Again, make it very, very basic words. Additional, extra, or more. And this is what will happen. And it has happened. And it's happened for now about half a dozen viewers of this channel. Upwards of $10,000 per viewer. Yes, what's going to happen is that and this is what you should be shooting for. You go online and you Google your state's employment maximum and minimum benefits per week. I can just tell you generally where it is. Most states start at a minimum of about $100 a week and go to a maximum of about $300 to $500 a week. 500 is more in the New England states and 300 is more in the Midwest and the Southwest states. So if you're looking at your weekly benefits and say, oh, I could get more, then what do I do with this? This is what you should be aiming for. If you made over $30,000 2019, you will likely max out. Congratulations. So you will likely go from $100 to $350 a week or $100 to $450 a week. Next, if you made $20,000 to $30,000, you'll likely raise $100 a week. And if you made $18,000 to $25,000, you'll likely raise anywhere from $20 to $50 more per week. So how much are viewers getting? Viewers who have been on unemployment for 30-something weeks since the month of March who are raising their benefits from $18,000 to $25,000 are able to get about another $1,500 bam in their account right now. Then viewers who are raising it between $25,000 and $30,000 are getting about $5,000 in their account right now, bam. And then viewers who are raising their benefits between over $30,000 are getting about $9,000 to $10,000, bam, right in their account right now. Next, EIDL. EIDL, which is important to understand, I've gotten this question out twice in 24 hours, so I think this is a question I need to respond to right now. I've done a lot of EIDL videos, and I don't know where is always the subject to return to, because there's so many subjects for EIDL. But you should get an EIDL if you had a business, whether you're an Uber or Lyft driver, Grubhub, Airbnb, anything that you declared 2019 taxes on a 2019 Schedule C, or you had the business in January when the pandemic hit and you were making income and it was impacted by the COVID-19 situation. You should do an EIDL. That's SBA.gov. You'll get thousands of dollars right now, and you really should do it. You should not do it. And you should do it with anything else that I've talked about in this video. But here's a common question that I'm getting from some viewers, which is, I was told I didn't have an EIN, hence I could not apply. Okay, somewhere in this process, you've done something wrong. And let me explain, because I haven't done this line of questioning in a long time. When you go to apply for an SBA EIDL, it asks you the very first question, who is applying? An independent contractor, solo practitioner, or side hustle person, or a small business operator? It's there you're getting confused by the question. Let me explain why. Small business, whenever it says business, it has to be actually a business with an EIN, that you're declaring the income on a business tax return with the federal government. And you have an actual LLC or a corporation. Otherwise, if you're declaring it on your Schedule C, which is 9 out of 10, which is 90% of the viewers of this channel, if you're just declaring your Grubhub, your Airbnb, your Lyft, and your Uber money on your personal tax return, then the answer for what are you applying for is a sole practitioner. When it asks what is the EIN, it's not an EIN. When it asks what your Social Security number, it's your Social Security number. When it asks what the name of the business is, it's your name. It's not something else, because it's appearing on your personal tax return. And you progress that way, and you'll get approved. So let me give you an example. Uber and Lyft driver John Smith, who drives for Uber and Lyft, made $6,000 last year, wants to go get an EIN. His line 1 of his Schedule C is $6,000. His line 2 is $0. How does he do this? He goes to SBA.gov, applies for an economic injury. When he pulls up the application and he sees the application he applies for, individual, puts his name in, puts his Social Security number in, puts his personal bank account number in, puts his Schedule C line 1 and his Schedule C line 2 information, and done. And you'll get the money within 3 days. Next, let's turn to $2,400. Yes, Joe Biden wants to give you $2,400 if you're on SSI, SSDI, Social Security, and railroad benefits. This is incredible, great news. He wants to have not 1, but 3 really big things for my viewers on SSI, SSDI, Social Security, and railroad benefits. The first one, $2,400. That would be $200 a month, every month, all the way from now to December 31st. This is COVID. This is a COVID stimulus relief. Second, he wants to have a lifetime increase of up to 20%. Lifetime, not COVID related. It's just lifetime. He doesn't think you've been paid enough. I agree. Third, he wants to have a new benchmark that would increase your benefits annually, because you're currently tied to COLA. He wants to tie you to a new benchmark that would step you up every year in a bigger way. This is all big, great news. Next, let's turn to stimulus check. Is it going out this week? No. Is it going out last weekend? No. Will you get a stimulus check this week? No. So how does this work? Ultimately, if Congress agrees to a stimulus package with a stimulus check, it would take at least 10 days for you to get it after it became law. It's not becoming law anytime this moment. So ultimately, when I'm updating you about stimulus check and stimulus package, I want you to understand you need to get the money right now by subscribing to this channel and getting this grant money. That's money you can get right now. 24 hours, 48 hours, money right now. Stimulus check is not 24-hour money. It's not even 10-day money. It's upwards of 14-day money at best. That's if there's a deal. We're not even yet to a deal. But I need to update you where we are on this. So the good news, the promising news today is that there's upwards of $2 trillion of unused CARES Act 1 money that may actually solve this problem. The problem has been the Republicans don't want to spend money on a second stimulus package. You get that, I get that, because they don't want to spend new money. Well, guess what? They don't have to, because this channel, I've located close to $2 trillion that's unused from CARES Act 1 that's coming back and can be repurposed. The repurposing, or the word repurposing money, means using money for another purpose than what it was originally used for. It's an example of buying a sweater for someone. They don't want it. You keep the sweater and then you give it to someone else. Yeah, I'm sure you've done that. It did not cost you twice to pay for the sweater. You paid for the sweater once. You're repurposing, giving it to someone else. Well, what's incredible great news is that there's upwards of $2 trillion, which is exactly what Nancy Pelosi wants, to get this done. And so Mitch McConnell's impediment to not get a stimulus package done has been spending money. Now he doesn't have to. So will he wake up to this reality? If you go on social media and share this video and tag Mitch McConnell, tag his communications director, tag him with the hashtag Purple Power, LALATE, and say, hey, there's money. There's $800 billion of CARES Act 1 money at SBA. There's an additional $800 billion in an emergency fund that Steve Mnuchin has. There's additional money from the Federal Reserve that Jerome Powell says he's returning this coming week. There's additional money from state and local for rent and utility grants that people are not getting that's getting returned. There's a lot of money. And this amounts to a big stimulus check. $5,000 is the equivalent of $800 billion of SBA. That should go out. Also, an extension of PUA, UI, and FPUC. That should be done right away. PUA and FPUC expiring in December. It's not sufficient. So what's going to happen with this grants, and what's going to happen with new grants, hazard pay, EIDL, and other grants? And how about SSDI to SSI? Stay with me, because in 15 minutes from now on Purple, P-U-R-P-L-E, Purple, the video coming right after this, I detail where and how you can get this money and how quickly it could be coming to you. And then 30 minutes after that, or less than 30 minutes, 15 minutes after that, is Being a Mitch. And in that video, I explain why this locating of money to repurpose would ultimately be a game changer to getting a second stimulus package done during the holidays. If you have questions or comments in today's video, drop them in the comments below. I might feature them in tomorrow's recording. Also, like this video. And of course, subscribe. As always, stay informed, stay smiling, and save that life for more.